Hi, this is Nate Ulrich, Browns beat writer, alongside Marla, Ridenour, our columnist from the Akron Beacon-Journal. We're here at First Energy Stadium. The Browns suffered their third consecutive defeat today, 34-20 to the Arizona Cardinals. We usually go highs and lows, but there's so much craziness and mayhem going around in Brownstown this Sunday that we're going to kind of ditch that and talk a little bit about our takes on the news of the day. Well, first of all, Marla, we know the Browns went ahead 20-10 at halftime. Josh McCown was hot, despite that shoulder injury that he suffered last week against the St. Louis Rams. But then the third quarter hit. Kevin Minter, a linebacker for the Cardinals, hit him. He re-injured his ribs that he also hurt against the Rams. And then he was checked on the sideline by the medical staff. We didn't know if he was going to come back in. He came back in the game, and then he took consecutive shots from Frosty Rucker and was just hunched over and all this. Johnny Manziel makes two steps onto the field, looks like he's going to run in there, and Josh McCown waves him off. Josh McCown stays in the game, and Johnny didn't even get in until garbage time, so Josh stayed in, fought through the rib injuries. He said he had x-rays after the game, would not say if they were broken, said he'll leave that answer up to Mike Pettin. So my question through all of this is, should Mike Pettin have made the call, overruled Josh McCown, pull him out of the game, and put Johnny Manziel in when his starter was obviously in a lot of pain?
I think Pettin's really making the wrong decision here. He's got to save McCown from himself, especially after you see McCown bent over. It wasn't as bad as last week when he's down on the ground holding his head. But, I mean, everyone respects Josh McCown. We know he's giving everything he's got for this team. But I think Pettin's stubbornness is really getting in the way of, you know, kind of, like I said, you got to save McCown from his demons, kind of his determination to, like, it's almost like you're going out with a fight. We don't need to see, you know, you're laying on the ground. I just don't agree with. I think he should have, the minute Johnny took those steps on the field, I think that was the time to take McCown out. Yeah,
it's almost like McCown is so tough that he doesn't know when he needs to come out. And really, Mike Pettin's fighting for his job. I think all the coaches are. That's the way the NFL is, and they want to win every single game, and he thinks Josh McCown gives him the best chance to win, so he's sticking with him even when it looks like he's far less than 100%. And, you know, that indicates that they don't trust Johnny Manziel nearly as much as they trust Josh McCown, and that's why he's still the starting quarterback at this point. And I asked Mike Pettin, I said, if Josh McCown is physically able to play Thursday night at Cincinnati, will he continue to start? And he said, yeah. I've said, hey, as long as our starter's healthy enough, he's going to play. So they're going to go down in flames with Josh McCown if they, in fact, are going to go down. But before the game, before all of this craziness, there was more craziness. Joe Thomas, the 8-time Pro Bowl left tackle. Alex Mack, the 2-time Pro Bowl center. Paul Kruger, outside linebacker, who signed a $40 million contract, 5 years in 2013, and Barkevius Mingo, another outside linebacker, the 6th overall pick, were named in various reports as players the Browns could potentially trade before Tuesday's 4 p.m. deadline. Marla, real quick, my take, I think it'd be crazy to trade Joe Thomas. Alex Mack, I could understand if you think he's going to leave. I think the Browns would have to be blown away by offers to trade either of those guys. But, you know, Alex Mack can opt out of his contract after the season. Kruger even said he wasn't surprised based on the way he's been used this season, not playing as much as he's used to. And Mingo, obviously, is just a sub-package player for the Browns at this point. Maybe another team sees more in him. So kind of on down the line, the two offensive linemen, to me, don't make sense and would be stunning unless they really get something that knocks their socks off. The other guys, I'm with Kruger, not really surprised by that. What do you think? Should they trade any of these guys? What's your thought on all these rumblings?
I don't really think I would trade Joe Thomas, but my question is, who are you going to put in there? I mean, at least if you think you're about the Alex Mack thing, you think you're going to put Cam Irving in at center, although he can't beat out left guard John Greco, so or right guard, excuse me. But I don't think anybody should be safe when you're playing like this. Like I said, I don't think I would do the Joe Thomas thing, but my biggest question about all that, you need to give first-round picks in return if you're going to get rid of some of those, at least those offensive linemen, and then if you get those first-round picks, you've already whiffed on 4 of them in the last 2 years. So you don't want the same people picking if you are going to do that. So my question is, if you can get first-rounders, get them. But then I think you got to make some changes in the front office on who's doing the drafting.
Yeah, and that would be getting blown away, getting first-round picks for guys, and I just don't see it. But never say never. This is the NFL. This is the Browns. This is why we keep you updated on Ohio.com. Keep visiting, and we will do our best to keep track of all the madness. Thanks.